Hey guys, before I go to bed, I am making this video. I just got out of the shower, moisturized my face. My skin is getting a lot better, but I'm here to just let you guys know I am a lot better. My eyes are a little swollen. Allergies, I ran out of my allergy medication, but I'm here making this video because I did make a video saying, have you ever been so broken? And at that moment, I was broken. It was just so much had came down in one day, less than 24 hours. I had made a video about pushing through. Okay, I pushed through a lot of things, but did not expect uh, the other news. And it was like a family emergency dealing with my kids, with my children, and it wasn't all of them, but you can pretty much face anything, but when it comes down to your kids, when you're a mother, that right there can break you. That can definitely break you. And I was at that moment, it was that plus some other things that had transpired that I'm just like, God, I need a break. Give me a break. I can't do this alone. So I did what I could do, and that was pray. But I prayed in the midst of walking, because those two things are my therapy that I have to have in order to like see things through that I normally could not even envision, right? And that moment when I was making that video, I was broken, but it was a beautiful day outside. You could see the fall colors or whatever, and at that moment I seen the beautiful leaves or whatever, and I have the camera and I am just walking and I'm crying. I'm walking and crying. I walked for a long time. I'm crying. I walked more than I should have walked because I was I'll probably post that video. I was limping. Like, I was limping afterwards, but I was so emotionally drained and so emotional that day that the whole time I walked, I was crying and I was praying and I was crying and I was praying. And then during the midst of all of that, I got a phone call and I was like, I can probably get through this. Maybe I can get through this. But I'm going to tell you, it took a moment. It took a while. And I had to realize you are human. You can't keep all of this. And what happened was something that I didn't expect. It was out of the blue. Like, I wasn't expecting it. It caught me off guard. So I'm making this video to let you guys know I am okay. Still a little broken, but I'm not defeated, right? Because I know it'll get better. But sometimes I tell you, like, I asked for 2 breakdowns a year, and that was one of them. So I got another 6 months to go, right, before I can have my second breakdown. But I'm human, and you may see me like that. And it doesn't mean that, I'm going to give up or whatever, but it does mean that I need time to process it, to focus and actually process it. My eyes are really dry, and I just put some medicine in it. But I need time to just like focus and process it. Oh, my eyes. To process it, and then going through the pain that I am experiencing, with my injury. And finally, they gave me some muscle relaxers that don't make me go to sleep and will last longer than what I was taking with the Flexeril. So I'm trying to get better. I'm still trying to do my exercises. They may seem tedious, but it's helping a little bit. So I'm fighting. I'm fighting through. So much going on. Just can't tell you guys everything, but I told you I'm gonna be transparent. But I did want to just thank you guys for reaching out. Kenneth and Cadillac Mac, my sister Lisa, for calling and texting, to make sure that I was okay. I'm okay. It's just that I have moments, and those moments are now going to be memories. And I look at it this way because they're going to be memories, but they're going to make me memorize the tough times that I've been through, to know that any other tough time that comes through, I can make it through because I got through that. So now that's a memory. So even though I was so broken and distraught, and emotional that day. I was just beat down. It's like one bad thing after the next. That phone, like every time I answered the phone, it was more and more bad news. And I'm like, I can't take this any longer, God. I cannot take this any longer. So it's just been a lot. And just when you're not feeling well, you know, it takes a toll on your body to where I was like, okay, I give up. Whatever happens, happens. And I'm like, whatever happens, happens. Okay. I can't continue on. So, yeah, that's it. I told y'all I'm transparent, life and with Stacy C. Um, but I'm gonna make it. You know, I prayed about it. My phone is sitting right on top of my Bible that I have, and my Bible is like beat up and everything. But you know, it kind of reflects how life has treated me and how I'm dealing with it. Look at this. This is gone or whatever. Uh, but this is my Bible. This is what keeps me focused. And look at this. I have. I darn it. But this is my bookmark, and I have color coded like certain chapters or whatever that really has I've written out through this Bible, right? Especially Jeremiah. I really like Jeremiah. It just reminds me, and Matthews or whatever, that God say, don't worry, you know, I got you. And I have to keep reminding myself that, you know, sometimes the battle is not for you. But, you know, it's certain things. I remember this. This is Revelations. And then I think it was Corinthians. Look at this, y'all. It's highlighted. Like, my Bible. Yeah, I've used this, right? So, quick story about this, though. This Bible came from Family Dollar. I didn't have any Bibles, and this was, I can't think of the year, but it was back, I was really, really sick, asthma. I kept going into asthma attacks so bad that my nail beds or whatever was turning blue. And it was so cold. It was so cold that year. Excuse me. It was so cold that year. And I was so sick. And I remember I had a townhouse and my son was there. And it was like the blizzard. And I wanted this Bible. So my son, he walked with me. And I kept almost falling because I had no energy. I was weak. And I was like, I need a Bible. I didn't have any Bible. So I walked to Family Dollar. I was staying on Ohio. I walked to Family Dollar on Jefferson and Cherokee to get a Bible. I was determined to get this Bible. And when I got this Bible, I read and I cried and I read and I cried. And I remember my mother, excuse me, telling me, baby, I'm going to help you. And I remember telling her on the phone, you can't help me. Only God can help me. And she said, you know, you're right. And that was the truth. When I've done everything that I can do, what is there left to do but just stand and pray? And that's what I could do, you know. And I'm at that point, like, I do what I know how to do, and that's pray. I know how to pray. So I prayed about it and I cried about it. And I'm not strong. People always say, you're such a strong woman. I'm not a strong woman. I have strong moments and strong tendencies or whatever, but I had to allow myself to not be strong, to be vulnerable, to be to feel whatever it is that I was feeling, for me to live in that moment, to express it, to not hold my emotions, because I'm so good at concealing things, right? And I could be dying in the inside, and that's just me. That's just always been me. I did that because I was a single mother, and I had to just put on this poker face for my children so they wouldn't feel the concern or the fear that I was feeling trying to get through that life and raising these kids on my own, so I became a little I perfected it is what I did. And I'm not wanting to do that anymore. I'm not wanting to perfect it. I want to let it out. I want to let it out. I don't want to hold it in anymore, because holding it in doesn't make it easier. I felt much better when I cried. And I mean, I cried, my eyes were swollen, and I cried, and my voice was broken and all of that. And I may cry again. I don't know. I can't tell you, but I'm human. And I always say it's okay not to be okay. And I want you to know that you're human. So if you need to feel that moment, if you need to live in that moment and to just feel, if you need to scream, if you need to shout, whatever you need to do, get it out. Don't hold it in. Get it out. But also just don't seclude yourself to where you don't let anybody know, because two heads is always better than one. To brainstorm, you may need that person, because your mind may just be so cluttered, and you may be overwhelmed or overstimulated to where you can't think of anything else. And when you're like that, it's always good to have somebody say, okay, you know what? Well, let's weigh our options, to talk it out. So I do have people that I can do that with, and I'm grateful that I do. And I'm starting to allow myself to show emotion. It's okay to show emotion. And that wasn't really big in our family to show emotion, but I'm showing emotion, and I'm glad that I am, because I'm getting through it. One day at a time, I'm getting through it. And I don't know, I may just think about something and break down, and it doesn't necessarily mean that something is going on. It just means that I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful of what has happened, and I got through it. So you have those moments, and I feel like I'm getting emotional now, but I'm not going to go there. You have those moments to where you say, wow, I got through that. Wow, I got through that. And I have those moments, moments like, oh my God, how did I get through? I got through that. So when I think about it, and I just think about how good God has been to me, it makes you emotional. It makes you emotional, because you're like, I got through that. So if I got through that, I know he has me, and I can get through anything. So I don't know, maybe it's me getting older or something, and I'm a little bit more emotional now than I was, because I was not really an emotional person. But I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys that I'm okay. You may see me cry. You may see me break down. You may see a lot of things, and I told you guys that I'm going to be as transparent to you as I could possibly be. But as a mom, as a mother, that is one of the titles that I hold dearest, and I take to heart with me. When it comes down to your kids, that breaks you. It breaks you. So or people that you love, it breaks you. So I had a moment, an unexpected moment, but they're okay. They're okay, and I'm okay now. So yeah, I just want to stop by and tell you guys, I thank you so much. I appreciate you so much for caring and reaching out and being concerned, because this is not who I usually am or whatever, but I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. So I'm not gonna keep you, because it's so late at night. This day seemed like it was forever, because daylight saving, the time went back. But I got a lot of things accomplished. I got more things to do tomorrow, and I'm gonna take it one day at a time. And I chose not to think about what I have to do starting tomorrow and thus for or whatever. But I decided this weekend just not to think about anything. Let it be. Okay, whatever. So that's where I'm at. But I did make videos or whatever when I got through, you know, a lot of things to make me feel better, because I wanted to keep you guys up to date. So I did make some videos. I did have some good moments, and I'm gonna share them with you guys. So again, I'm not gonna hold you any longer. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for the new subscribers. Life and with Stacy C. We are free over here. I got some guests, some guests that I want to introduce to you, so you'll be seeing that as well. But I have been a busy bee, okay, a busy bee that has been in pain. But this too shall pass, and I will get through it. I will get through it. I'm going to get through it. I'm not defeated. I may be broken, but I'm not defeated, right? So I love you, love you, love you guys. And until next time, take care of yourself. Mwah.